Why you should try to be more selfish. This is one of the strangest video titles I've ever done, and I thought it'd be a unique way to answer a question that gets asked all the time about how to best help yourself. And people say it all the time to me, and I've asked this to many teachers that I've had. What is the best thing I can do to work on me? How can I better accept others, and what is it I can do to improve my life? And this is asked many times to me and by me in the teachings that I follow and the teachers that I followed over the last few years. And why should you try to be more selfish? This sounds really weird. And selfish has a very strange, selfish is a word that has a negative connotation, right? But that's a lowercase s in selfish. That's me worrying about me because but when I'm selfish, quote unquote, okay, strange word, but let's go with it. Capital S, okay, it's official and proper. I am helping others by helping myself, by looking out for myself. And to do that, I must focus a bit on myself. And sometimes others naturally fall away in this process, albeit temporarily, and sometimes not temporarily. And this is all part of a process that I have no control over in many cases. So how do I benefit by putting myself first? And how do you and how can anyone benefit from being more selfish and putting yourself first? How is this the case? And from what perspective are you doing this from? Are you doing this to be, neglectful and mean to somebody? In this particular case, no. What we're trying to do is work on us so that we can better relate to others. So when I do the work on me, that can be some alone time or doing some meditation work, writing, reading, doing some work that, it's just for me. Okay. I'm not really sharing with anybody else. I'm not inviting a bunch of people into the room and saying, let's go. Sometimes we do this, right? But most times I want to be alone. And this is an act that, not every time can I bring the kids down here and, do the work that I do. And sometimes I do feel selfish that I'm doing some of this work. I don't do it all the time, but when I do it and I'm trying to be a little more selfish, right, quote unquote selfish, it helps. Okay, it's just a strange thing to say, but it helps a lot. And as I work on myself, I've noticed something that the others around me, the world becomes a little more of a friendly place as the anger subsides in me and the pain and these holes are filled, not with the voids that are left in life throughout life, the holes, in your story, in your life, I've found can be filled with nothing but love. Okay. And self-love is a start to that. And with self-love comes others loving you because you're loving yourself. It's like a mirror, right? I meet somebody and I smile at them and I mean it. I mean this. I do this all the time. And I'm doing it for a selfless and a selfish reason, right? In a way, by helping myself, I'm helping you. And I firmly believe that this is true, that there is no separation in the end, or so that's what I've been taught. And it's something I trust in. And I trust by working on me, I help the world at large. And those that I meet will feel that energy, and feel the work that I'm doing in my alone time, the work that I'm doing in private. This kind of work, me being selfish, and again, not in a malicious way. I'm gonna take this from this person because I'm gonna, this benefits me. In some cases, trust me, that happens over here. There's this inclination to want to get ahead and then be a little selfish and say I'm taking that first. I still do this. It happens. It's an instinctual thing. I don't know what it is, but it's there. But this selfish is different. This is just me working on what's happening in me for the benefit of not only me, but for everyone around me, family, friends, colleagues, strangers. And I've noticed that this is just almost universally true. As I work more on me, the world feels a bit friendlier. And I know it's hard now in this the world we're living in is a difficult place to feel love sometimes, or it feels that way, depending on what you're allowing into your life. But when you take a step back from that there's a really powerful moment, available to you, the present moment. And when you take it and you work on yourself in that present moment, notice the difference. Take a half an hour for yourself. Okay? I mean, be obviously you have your responsibilities in your life, but take a moment and think about it for a second. Try your best to do something for yourself. And when you do, see how you feel afterwards. It's an amazing feeling. It's something that I've noticed in the last few years has been priceless in this experience. Priceless. And if you just heard something upstairs, it's the bunnies. We have 3 bunnies, and one of them is just a huge bunny, and he happens to be just stomping his feet right now. So I was trying not to laugh, but it's really funny. He's an awesome bunny. Here, he did it again. You hear that? Yeah, that's a bunny. It sounds like a dog, but he's like this big. He's a monster. Anyway, so take some time for yourself. That's the lesson. That's the lesson I was taught, and it was counterintuitive, but there's something to that, and do something you love, something you love. I started playing a game. This is weird, right? I played a game when I was like 15 years old. It's an online game, and they brought it back, and I came back to it, and I'll sneak away for half an hour and I'll play it. Okay, it's a selfish thing to do. I'm just gonna play a game for 30 minutes. I have some responsibilities, but when I'm done playing, as long as I don't take myself too seriously in the game or playing the game or my life, I feel great. And I put on some old music, stuff that I used to play back then, and you just vibe to that. And that's something that I've done in my life. Or I'll go hold a bunny. That's selfless and selfish because I love the bunny. He's really cool. And there's 2 other ones that are really cool too. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you for bearing with me on a very strange topic. But I really hope it helped, and I hope you do some things for yourself today. Have a wonderful day.